welcome to my channel. I'm Shivani and this is Earth sign reading for the month of July. This is Perfect a Conscious Revolution where I help you to deal with your mindset blocks through intuitive guidance and therapy. So, now that we're done with the introduction, welcome to the Cancer season. You guys must be feeling the heat, if I should say, though it's the water. But I think nothing cuts fire, earth signs the way water does. And it's been just so apparent with the way you guys have been conflicting in the past few months. I don't like you guys have been making a real entry in each other's readings. Very strong appearances. And I think in the Cancer season, a lot of these walls that you guys have been building around will be really unleashed, broken uh, through this tornado, tsunami, right? So let's see what the cards have to say. Using the waiiiitt deck as always. We also have the eclipse, which will be happening in the first week of July. The last eclipse we had was in the month of February. So whatever you have been dealing with in the month of February now comes to full circle. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups jumping right as we begin. And then we have three, like I don't not even have to shuffle. And I think in the last reading, you guys were so quiet that I did not have words. And now the cards are just flipping over. I don't know what you guys have been up to, but I really feel you guys have been really working on expressing yourself more freely. And this is so apparent in how the cards are just flipping over. So what jumps right up is the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups. What does that mean? You guys start off on a bang with this Cancer season. The water, Ace of Cups, the water is flowing, and I feel it's a lot to do with your creativity. It's a lot to do with your emotions. You guys have finally, after all these months of internally working on your emotions, you guys have finally got attuned to your feelings. And when you do that, fortune makes way for you. When you guys stop being so stubborn as you have been, you start tuning into your feelings and your emotions, which you have been of late, the fortune starts showing up for you, because that is a challenge which when you take birth in this kind of a planetary system where you chose to be an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, you took on this challenge to, like, our ultimate challenge is to be the whole 12 zodiac sign in one, okay? So for you, it's a great challenge to break the barriers of your earth signs and embrace the qualities. In this case, embrace the qualities of water signs. I also have this High Priestess card, which means that you guys have also not just been tapping into your emotions, but also been tapping into your intuition and your spiritual side. Probably it's been coming on for quite some months now. A lot of earth signs are focusing more on the inside, more on their connection with the universe, and more on their emotions and feelings. Your emotional body is very closely linked to your spiritual body, and that's how both of them mostly work in tandem. You guys have kind of like stopped being so much in your head, even though we still do have the Eight of Swords. So I think that's how the transition is made. You are in one place, then you come to the between the two worlds where you're in both places, and slowly you make this transition to the other place. So while you do have some of your fears, but they are irrational fears, honestly. Like, how do I always explain this card, right? That this person thinks that they are trapped. They think that there is no way out, but there are so many ways and opportunities if only they just open that blindfold. I just want to like emphasize, I love how seamlessly this reading is flowing to today, and it's just such a great sign for me to know that you guys are truly so much more open now. You are in your Queen of Wands energy. That means you guys are really passionate right now. You guys have ideas. You guys have intentions, and you're taking action. You're not really caught up in your thinking anymore. You're really taking actions towards the things that you have been wanting to take for so long. What will this eclipse bring for you guys? And it's the Nine of Pentacles, and I think this card came in the last reading as well. Fortune is really, really coming in big for you guys. Career changes, finances, abundance is just flowing in. And apparently, in the cards, we have the Lovers, we have the Death, and we have the Judgment. So, when your old ways die, when your ego dies, when your stubbornness, when your just the how you have been doing things for all this time and it hasn't been working out, there has been a continuous death of that. And when that happens, uh, there is a new fresh start, probably with someone, and probably in love, or probably with yourself, right? But there is just love making a grand appearance, because we have love with the Judgment card. Judgment card is like, get up, it's time, it's time. It's the trumpet, right? It's that announcement time. So love is coming with the Judgment. It's really like a big fundamental change is now coming into your life, which is like bang on, your life changes in such a good way. And honestly, it's like the entire universe is waiting for you to embrace your this softer, more feminine, more emotional side. And the moment you do, unexpected doors will now be opening in your life, in all areas of your life. If it's a love situation, things are really gonna like move so beautifully in your life that you wouldn't have ever expected it to. All you need to do is to really listen to that voice inside you. Capricorn card. So I think Capricorns can be right now in this place of temptation, in this two-sided place where one is their logic and one is their emotion speaking, and they do not exactly know where to kind of go. And which is why fears are looking really, really high right now. And Cancer season is not helping either. It's gonna turn the waves even much louder. So, if you guys like, I just want to say that your logic is not gonna work this season. So, quit trying. This is really a time of rebirth from your old ways. Your old ways haven't worked, guys. They haven't worked, and it's time to kind of like quit playing games with yourself, not even with people. You're not playing games with people. I think earth signs tend to believe that we're playing games with people, but they end up playing themselves. And then you have the Empress card. While I would want to say that this is you, but I strongly feel this is someone else in your life who has this Empress energy, who is right now probably a female, but obviously can be a male as well. But this is just someone you're really looking up to right now, because they just have so much of wisdom, so much of this Luke's feeling, this feeling of abundance. You are really looking up to someone right now, and for all the right reasons. There's nothing wrong about it, because this person has so much to share with you. I wanted to say teach, but I just feel that because it's so unconditional and giving this energy, that it's gonna be just so, you wouldn't feel like this person is teaching you anything. You would feel like this person is just being themselves. They're just sharing what's been there on their journey, but honestly, they're teaching you lessons. That they're teaching you things. So if you have someone like that in your life, and you this month you're getting in conversation with them, listen closely, because they have a lot to reveal, which can help you so much. Uh, you are really, 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 really rushing forward to people right now. You've been in this place of healing and isolation, and now your heart wants to take a leap and wants to move towards places which are full of celebration and reunions and happiness. And you are really, really wanting this energy right now. what will work for you is to really get up and take some action instead of just sitting and expecting things to happen. Do not be tempted because we also have in your reading this, so you probably might have choices to seek this happiness in which direction. So be wise, don't be this reckless Knight of Swords, but be more of who you are, like how your energy is basically, which is more practical and more grounded. Um, and we have another marriage card. We had the lovers, and now we have the Four of Wands. You guys are really, really coming with people right now, and it's on such a deep emotional level. Like this connection is not even 3D, third dimensional. It's what I mean by third dimensional. If you do not follow through it, is the it's not based on what you see, on what the societal condition has been. It's just based on it's based so deeply on a soul level, on emotional fulfillment. Like this is someone who makes you feel fulfilled. And this is a connection which has made you feel that once you tap into that feeling of loving yourself, knowing your worth, this connection always reflects it back to you. I don't know if you kind of like get it, but there are connections which we have. There are people in our lives which make us look inwards and work on ourselves and love ourselves even more. And when we do that, that's just manifests even more in our life through them. Do you get it? So, connections really big right now. New connections, old connections. All you need right now is to have this faith and take that leap of faith. There are literally, these are all brilliant cards. We only have one Eight of Swords, otherwise we have no swords here, just one Knight of Swords. This is all such a fiery energy. We have a lot of major arcanas here, and then the Fool coming in the end to just tell you that if you have to take a leap of faith right now, take that leap of faith, because it's gonna take you places. It's gonna take you places right now, earthlings. So yeah, that's what I have. But before we will pull out each card from my new deck. I just got this Wisdom of Oracle. I've been reading it for so long, and it has beautiful illustrations. And let's see what we have for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So let's see what we have for this month of July 2019. It's really a very important month, I think. But the energy feels so soft and nice, and it wasn't at all like this last month. Last month, I had trouble even expressing what you guys want. It's like the cards wouldn't just come out, and this time the cards were just like, yeah, I'm here, yeah, this is what I want to say, yeah, this is what's happening. So what do we have for Taurus for this month of July? Okay, we have two cards. Truth be told and Fork in the Road. And interestingly, they're 13 and 14, even though the cards were well shuffled. So I feel like you guys are taking a step forward. You are speaking your truth. You are seeing things from a much higher perspective than what you perceived before. So you are probably revisiting old situations or old people, and you're recognizing truths where you didn't see before. At the same time, this is also bringing you to a place where you recognize that there is a time to now make decisions. There's a time to make choices, and these choices will obviously change the course of your life. So you are really at this place called the fork in the road, where you are like, okay, where do I go? What is it that I really want? It is the time to make decisions. We got the judgment cards too. So as much as you want to procrastinate, and you've been doing it for a while, I guess, your mind has been like, do you look at this card? It's like suddenly a window has been like opened and a fresh perspective emerges and asks you to make a damn choice. So make the choice. Make the choice of the truth. Like what calls you? Like stop weighing everything with your logic. You've seen that the cards before this were just saying the same. Tune into your feelings, tune into your emotions, tune into what you feel is truth, right? What do we have for Virgos for this month of July? Okay. For Virgos, we have Poised. Wow, I think there could be no better card for Virgos than Poised. You guys are always so poised. I feel this card is about you tuning uh, into a place where you are home at. You guys really like things in specific order. You guys like being poised. So right now, if you feel the call to kind of like do over your image, do over your closet, or kind of like come out as a different person, or come out as probably you, and you haven't showed the real side of you yet. I feel it's a lot to do with your physical appearances right now, or probably in terms of your confidence, how you are being perceived by people in the physical life. So, really, really tune into that feeling. And be more poised, be more confident. Like when you're confident, it's like you're calling in the power of the universe to deliver your desires. Period. That's the energy speaking. Let's say your energy speaking for itself. What do we have for Capricorn? Ooh, okay. You guys have so much to say. Go the distance, observe, and change the wind. So, I'm sorry, Virgos, we just had one card for you. For Taurus, we had two, and for Capricorns, we have three cards. So, we have 49, 12, and 47. Obviously, you guys see a goal, you guys see something, you guys recognize truth somewhere, but it asks you to go to that extra mile. Take that extra effort, do something which you haven't done before. Is it expressing yourself? Maybe that. You have been observing for a very, very long time, but now things have shifted, and you have been probably been thinking that it's fine, I've observed, I'm seeing, I don't have to do anything properly. And you guys were just holding yourself back, but there's a change in the wind. The course has suddenly changed. Something has shifted in your life, and now the direction where you probably wanted to go 6 months back is not. So, if there is something which is asking you to go with this wind, go. Take this leap of faith. Because things are not as they were 6 months back or 8 months back. If there is a situation that you need to heal, if there's a person you need to reconcile with, if there's a career change that you need to make, do that, go that extra mile, because you have observed enough. You have all the information now, and things have drastically changed on their part, your part, everything. Like your perception has shifted now, and it's safe for you to. I think it's yeah, you've been observing because you felt it's not safe, it's not the right time, but now there's been like a change in the wind. Like suddenly it's just something else. And if you are really thinking to take a decision or not, really it's the time to go that extra mile, go that distance, and get what you want. The work, you guys love putting in the work, so yeah, now's the time, put in that work. So that's what we have for the Cancer season. Really asking you guys to upgrade. And like when you shift, the universe is really showing how it will shift with you. But there are major decisions to be made for you guys this month. And decisions to be made from not a very logical perspective, but from a very emotional and intuitive perspective, which you are not used to. But that's amazing if you guys really who you are watching. If you guys are watching right now and you're really tuning into that frequency, I think it's really interesting to see you guys doing it differently. So I hope that makes sense to you. And I I would really be interested to see how this all turns out this coming month. Like this if you resonate with it. Leave a comment if you feel uh, you have a question or if you resonate with the reading. I'm open for the personals, so click on the website link below, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to the newsletters. I hope you guys know I do send out 2 weekly love letters, what I call from Barfi, and these are my personalized messages, and they are mostly manifestation, visualization, healing tips, and channel messages. So if you're up for it, I would love to have you on my mailing list. And have a wonderful, beautiful week. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do these monthly YouTube readings and tapping videos now on from this month. So hope to see more of you. I love you and thank you so much for being here.